Hey everybody, we're here for round one of our 5-match league with Infect. So we're on the draw this game. I think this hand looks pretty good. We've got a Glistener Elf with 3 mana, the Noble Hierarchs making up 2 of it, so that makes it like the Elf is going to have he's going to be pretty big every turn, which is nice. And we've got 2 protection spells for it, with the Puzzle's Blessing and Spell Pierce, and then the kill with the Become Immense. So I like this hand.
I like this hand as well, especially I think if we just get Breeding Pool and we can cast the Spell Pierce and the Noble Hierarchs, we can just cast everything. It's got Noble Hierarchs double exalted. It's great.
Yeah, any other Infect creatures. That's basically the biggest weakness of the hand is you only have 1 Infect creature and it's the easiest one to block. But
yeah,
that's
this
fine.
looks like burn.
Or burn.
We can get an extra land, that'd be cool.
Yeah. So do you want to play the Noble Hierarch first or the Glistener Elf first?
I think we want to play Noble Hierarch first, just so we can get the extra mana on the following turn. Yeah, especially because we want protection with the Glistener Elf.
Right, I agree. Unfortunately, we might have to get a Breeding Pool here. Because there's a pretty good chance he's going to kill our Noble Hierarch. He's almost certainly going to try to kill our Noble Hierarch.
For sure, especially with like a Steering Blade of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
And Shock against Burn is not good.
No, definitely not. Yeah, if he Searing Blazes us, we're in really big trouble.
Yep.
Okay. Fetched a Bloodstained Mire, Sacred Foundry. Okay.
And that's the thing against Infect, you can just take as much damage as you want from your lands.
Yep, which is a bit unfortunate, but okay.
That like slight consideration could be like an Attractus command. Oh.
Sure. I mean, I'd rather have that than Searing Blaze, I suppose.
Yeah. So we have 10 damage in hand with the Might and the Become Immense. I still think it's just Noble Hierarch and Glistener Elf, though. It could just be Glistener Elf or Glistener Elf Spell Pierce.
I think it's Glistener Elf Hold Up Spell Pierce.
Yeah. And then otherwise we could have Twisted Image if that's needed.
Right.
Oh, this is like Eidolon against Infect is pretty good because it's hard for them to deal with, and you just take 2 damage casting every single spell.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, his start was quite good against ours.
Yeah.
Also, not having a second land is actually pretty bad in this matchup.
Yeah.
Not being able to do things, makes stuff tough. But
there's a Twisted Image on top. Not really what we're looking for.
Yeah, we're not looking for that. So the tricky part about this is going to be how we can cast Become Immense here.
Yeah.
I feel like the answer is we can't.
Yeah, with the amount of damage we'd be taking off lands.
Yeah, and Eidolon variable.
Yeah, Eidolon is
spells.
Yeah, so we'd take 4 here and we'd go down to 7, and then just pretty much a burn spell and us casting 2 spells would win in the game.
Right.
And his 2 spells, he just wins on the spot. I still think we just have to hope he doesn't have the burn spell, even though he does, just because that's our only chance of winning.
Sure.
Although
I think we're extremely dead right now.
Yeah.
We've been locked under that Eidolon pretty hard.
Yep. Although if we had had another land this last turn, I think that definitely could have helped us.
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, another land would have been great. We would have been able to realistically cast Become Immense.
Yeah, and just cast these Twisted Images out of our hand.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully, he'll just tap out to play. Well, okay, that's pretty good. So do you want to Spell Pierce that? Or let's see.
think we have to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, knowing Twisted Image is the top card pretty much means we're just dead now.
Right. Lava Spike.
Yeah, I know, we're just dead. We can't beat that.
Nope. Can't cast any spells.
Yep, I think that's just game. And Burn is just, like, normally just isn't a good matchup.
That makes sense. I guess this Kitchen Finks will help a bit, though.
Yeah, so Spell Pierce is good.
Mm-hmm.
Kitchen Finks is good.
Dispel? You think that one's good?
Yeah, Dispel's good.
Yeah, it counts most of their cards that kill our creatures, at least.
Yeah.
And then, let's see, Spellskite?
Spellskite, yeah. And I think that's it of these.
Yeah, we definitely don't want Dismember.
Yeah, Dismember is terrible.
The probes aren't that good either.
Yeah, just having to pay life, like you have to pay life or get it. Yeah. Also, Dryad Arbor has been pretty bad.
Okay, we can cut the Dryad Arbor. That makes a lot of sense.
Just bolting your land is pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Let's see, anything else? Distortion Strike, maybe?
I think Distortion Strike's fine just because of the unblockable. I feel like something like Mutagenic. Mutagenic's fine. Maybe Apostle's Blessing. I just like the
Apostle's Blessing. That's a good one.
Yeah, it's just taking damage for that effect is not really what you want.
Right.
And basically, one thing we definitely are going to have to watch out for is Deflecting Palm. Because some burn decks play that, and that just kills you.
That makes sense.
So we definitely want to be able to play.
I agree. This hand's pretty good. It's got Kitchen Finks.
Yeah, it's got Kitchen Finks, Spellskite, and 2 Palm Spells and a Bladed Edge. I just think this hand's great.
Yeah.
And we can fetch turn 1 to get a Reading Pool.
Yep, you don't have to take damage from it.
Yep.
Okay, so he's just doing the normal brain thing. Turn on Goblin Guide. That's pretty good.
Yeah. And should we wait before or after the trigger of Goblin Guide's effect?
I think we wait before.
Just do it. Just wait,
or I think we wait. Yeah, do it now. Let the Goblin Guide trigger resolve because there'd be more lands in our deck.
Yeah.
Dispel. And is that something that we particularly want to keep? I don't think so.
Yeah, I think we
not
just
as important as doing as gaining 2 life with Windswept Heath, at least.
Yeah. Groundswell.
Okay, that card's okay.
Yeah.
So do you want to start things off with the Spellskite?
I like a Spellskite because it just starts out by blocking the Goblin Guide, and then it'll just eat a burn spell.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We just need time to set up.
Right.
Because if we can get 3 mana Bladed Agent plus Fines, that's going to be really good. And then we also just get to cast Kitchen Finks next turn.
Yep. We basically should try to stop him from doing his thing before we kill him, I think.
Yeah.
Because all of his removal spells just straight up kill our Blighted Agent.
Yep.
Do you want to block with the Goblin Guide if he attacks? Or I assume he'll attack.
Yeah.
And trade our Spellskite in for a burn spell, or if we don't draw the land, then we can play Blighted Agent and have it protected. Or there's that.
Yeah, I guess that works.
Yeah, we'll just accept the 3rd land to get our Kitchen Finks into play.
Yep.
And take 2.
Pendulum.
That's pretty neat.
That's really good.
It is.
Okay, so he's stuck on 1 land. That's really
Yeah, that's nice. We could at this point just cast Blighted Agent, leave Pendlehaven up, plus Vines up.
especially this Noble Hierarch. I kind of like just casting Blighted Agent and Noble Hierarch and just keep up Pendlehaven.
Okay.
Because he can only deal, like, he can only kill or use one removal spell on the Blighted Agent, and this actually gives us lethal next turn.
Right. Yeah, Pendlehaven is so good in this deck.
Yeah, Pendlehaven is really, really good. Definitely not blocking here.
Let it go through. Yep.
Mutagenic Growth on top.
That's pretty good.
Pathway
Finds that. Yep. All
Okay.
right. And that
So we
should
get
kill him.
4, 8. Yeah, I just want to make sure that
so-
this is 8, 10 with the Noble
1,
Hierarch.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
So definitely.
No. Pendlehaven first. Well, it's still a 1/1.
Pendlehaven?
Yeah, because it won't
I
be a
don't-
1/1 anymore, right?
I don't think we need to cast it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I guess we
9,
don't.
10.
Yeah, that's 10. Whether or not we Pendlehaven or not doesn't really matter.
I guess Pendle. Do we have enough mana to?
Yeah, we do.
This is
Because
still 3.
Mutagenic Growth costs 0, and we have 5 mana.
I normally want to do this at instance, or most of the spells at instant speed. But
Yeah,
because
he's tapped
that,
out,
it
so
actually
it
do
doesn't matter.
anything. So looking back at the sideboarding, I realized that I don't think I want Twisted Image.
I agree with you. The card doesn't really do anything. It's just air, and it's
You
not
don't want
good
air in a
against-
matchup that,
Right.
that you can't do it. So.
Alternatively, how do you feel about Nature's Claim? If we can cast it on one of our spell sky, is that our only artifact?
And Inkmoth Nexus.
An Ink Moth Nexus. Okay, yeah.
The
So
bigger
to
deal
gain
I
our
feel like is killing Eidolon.
right, that's the other thing that it does. So I like it better than Twisted Image at least.
Definitely better than Twisted Image.
I like it better than all the other cards that we have access to right now.
I kind of like Apostle's Blessing. Like, I get that you have to take damage, but it's just a 1-mana protection spell. Maybe on the draw, it's just not as good as I think it is. But
Yeah, I think there's some games where it's going to be decent but not amazing, and then other games where it's going to be unplayably bad, like in our game 1 when we had it. Like,
yeah, I just did nothing.
Right.
So, I think Nature's Claim is definitely good against Eidolon.
Right, and we still have
And-
1 Apostle's Blessing in our deck right now, anyways.
Yeah.
So,
That's true.
and there's other ways to protect our creatures, of course.
Yeah.
I guess we
Okay.
could play Distortion Strike.
I feel like 1's enough.
I think I agree. Okay, so on the draw, let's hope he doesn't play turn 1 Goblin Guide all 3 games.
Yeah.
This hand's fine.
I really like this hand.
Yeah.
We
It's
have...
got, it's got the tools that we need to kill him. It's got a Glistener Elf.
I like the fact that we can just play turn 1 Noble Hierarch and you can just kill that, but then the next turn we put Glistener Elf with Dispel and Vines back up.
Right.
If he doesn't kill the Noble Hierarch, then we have lethal turn 3.
Possibly. We don't have a way of like getting past jump blockers, which is kind of annoying.
That is true. But if he has jump blockers and he's keeping them back, then I think that's just a good sign for us.
I agree. Yeah, I think that overall this is a good draw, and I like it.
No turn 1 play. Oh, become immense.
Okay.
Interesting. So the question now is fetch for wooded foothills for a forest, or breeding pool, and I think it's just fetch for the forest.
Yeah, and then Noble Hierarch, because that way we may not even have to play the breeding pool untapped if the Hierarch survives.
Yep.
It's probably getting untapped. No, untapped. Bolt.
Okay. Probably bolting it.
That's fine.
Yep. I mean, he's wasting a burn spell on the
Right.
way.
When he's not bolting...
Listener elf.
Yeah, he's not bolting our infect creatures and he's not bolting our face, so I'm okay with this.
Definitely. Goblin Guide.
Okay, so he did have the guide. He just wanted to kill our turtle-like creature, I guess.
Or he just drew the guide. Oh, Windswept Heath.
That's possible.
Yeah. Another land.
Okay, so I think it's breeding pool. It might be... Or... Maybe not because of Become Immense. Let me think. So we need to, in order to cast that for 5, we're gonna want 1, 2.
So if we got it with a fetch land, then that'd be 3. We play a pump spell and a fetch land, and that's 5.
Right.
So and I think we have it both turns.
Yeah.
So I think we do want to play the fetch land.
Let's play a fetch land. Yeah.
Do we want to fetch for a breeding pool, or do we want to fetch for a forest? Because if we fetch for a forest, then we can't cast that as spell. But if we fetch for a breeding pool,
we fetch for a breeding pool.
And just go for the lethal next turn.
Yeah, I think so.
That takes 3 mana.
We just play Glistener Elf and then play the fetch land and pass. We don't fetch for anything, right? Or
I like fetching.
Yeah.
I want to fetch now.
Fetch before you cast a Glistener Elf.
Yeah, it's just okay. And then I think it's for breeding pool because we just are threatening lethal next turn.
Right.
With Dispel backup and Vine.
Wish that there was a Berserk type card in Modern, so that you could get your creature trample.
That'd be awesome. I mean, there's the new one.
That gives it hexproof, right?
No, there's larger than life. I think it's 1 and a green sorcery.
Sorcery. Yeah. This is during his end step.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I guess we dispel that.
Yeah, it's really our only way of dealing. Like, we could play Vines, but I think Vines is just worse than the spell.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think larger than life is 1 and a green for
sorcery.
4/4. And
I think I'd rather just play Predator Strike, which is 1 from Mirrodin that costs 2 and give the creature +3/+3 and trample instead.
Really?
Yep.
But is it just what was the mana cost?
Green and a colorless.
Mm-hmm. And it's instant speed?
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems pretty good. And then there also is a new one from Kaladesh as well. There's green +2/+2 next turn.
Yep.
So
Okay,
I think this is really good.
If he doesn't have a play, then we might be able to just get him here.
Except for the Deflecting Palm.
If he's got Deflecting Palm, are we just dead anyways? Like, there's no way we can play around it, right? So if he's got it, and we just lose.
The way we could play around it is just cast like a Might now and attack. Basically what that does is it just deals him 5, and if he has it, then we're down to 7, take 2, down to 5.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I like it.
So if he has Deflecting, also what that allows us to do, which is important, is if he tries to kill it, we can just go for it anyway.
Yeah, if he tries to kill it, we win the game.
Yeah. So we definitely want to play a fetch land first.
It doesn't really matter, I don't think, because...
If we play, the thing is, we have to play the fetch land now, because our Might of Old Coaster won't be in the graveyard.
Okay, sure.
Until the spell resolves.
Okay.
So we can't cast the actual Become Immense.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Because we want to cast Become Immense for 1 mana. Because we want to keep him flanked. So if he burns it now, then we win the game. And if he doesn't, then we have to think. Because then we could just go for it, or we could try and play around Deflecting Palm.
Okay, he lets us have it.
Okay, so the possible things now that we could play around are Path to Exile and Deflecting Palm.
If he does have a Deflecting Palm, and we take 5 from it. We go down to 7, and then on his turn,
Take 2 of the Goblin
Take
Guy.
2
He
of the
has 2 or
Goblin
3
Guy.
into and we're at 5 left.
right,
He would have
with
3 cards in hand.
4 cards in hand, because he gets to draw a card per turn.
Yeah, well, I'm assuming one of them is a land, so he'd have 3 cards in hand and 3 lands.
Perhaps we should have kept the Dispel and used the vines to protect our creature from the bolt instead.
Right. Yeah, that's probably correct.
Yeah.
Just give him his protection now.
hmm
So now the question is, do we go for it or not?
I think he's got it, but I don't know if we can beat it if he does have it. So I might just go against my intuition and try to kill him anyway, because I think if he does have it, then we just lose. Even if he just like does 5 with it, you know, 'cause
Right.
that still sets us back so much.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely Vines, I think, was a better play last turn. Because we don't actually need the bump spell if we know we have Mighty Roller Crescent, but
Right. Yeah,
So, but the Dispel actually counters it.
wasn't thinking
Yeah.
about deflecting palm then.
Yeah. Just go for it. You might also just be holding a Boros Storm and hope we don't do anything.
It's definitely true.
So I think we have to fetch for a forest. Because we want to, just in case, I guess what we would have to have, you can't have 2 removal
Yeah,
spells.
it doesn't particularly matter, I don't think.
I was just like, if he had 2 removal spells in response, but it doesn't actually work.
Right. Looks like he's got it.
And he's paying costs. Could also just be Path.
I hope it's Path.
Yeah, he's got it.
Path?
Yeah.
Path?
No, he's good. Yeah, there you go.
Oh well.
And the thing is, Vines doesn't actually work against this because it's the next time a source of your choice, so it doesn't actually target.
Right. Oh well, and that's unfortunate. Like we said, we sniffed it out, but there was nothing we could do at this point. But that was a mistake that we made a couple turns earlier to using the Dispel instead of the Vines. And that is definitely the correct play to activate your Misty Rainforest instead of Concede.
Oh yes, of course. Why let him attack with Goblin Guide, right?
Yep.
Revealing information.
Yep. All right. Well, good games.